wherever or however you ever get to see this word, or you feel this word, or you imagine this word, which is FEAR, just put this at the back of your mind, that it is false evidence appearing real. Whatever you're saying, it is not real. Whatever that you're feeling or imagining, it is not real. Now that we have put this in our heads or in our mind, let's talk about how you should stop being afraid, or why you should stop being afraid. You know, the reason why I literally picked this topic to talk about this time around is that I have seen fear cripple a lot of individuals, a lot of people that are meant to be great, that are meant for greatness. People that you will see, you will say, this person, you are meant for greatness. I can see greatness in you. But due to one thing or the other, the fear that they feel, it kept them hidden. It made them to crawl under their shell and not be able to accomplish the purpose that God has put them on this earth to do. Hey guys, it's your girl MJ, and I want to welcome you back to my YouTube channel. So just like you have seen the topic, we're talking about why you should stop being afraid. Listen, at the end of the day, every one of us feel fear in one way or the other. Every one of us. Even me that is making this video. At some point, I feel fear. But guess what? The difference between us that still do it despite the fear and those that don't do it is that we refuse to allow the fear cripple us. I refuse to allow fear to keep me down. Why? Because I believe that my faith is greater than my fear. Listen, one thing you should know is that when the devil wants to totally destroy a person, he will not come and say, hey, it's me, I'm the devil. No, he will start by introducing thought of fear into the person. And the moment you start to feel fear, the devil has already got you. But the Bible says in 1 Timothy chapter 1 verse 7, that God has not given you the spirit of fear, but of power, of love, and of a sound mind. Another translation says, God has not given you the spirit of fear, but of power, of love, and of a self-control. You have to be able to put yourself under control, especially when it comes to fear. I started by telling you about what the full meaning of fear is, because a lot of people don't know the full meaning of fear, right? A lot of us don't know the full meaning of fear. Now that you know what fear means is false evidence appearing real, now you should know whatever it is that you're saying or experiencing or you are feeling, it is not real. It is your imagination that is making it real. There was one video that I watched one time. I don't know if you have watched that video. This person was coming into his house, into his room, and there is this white ghost, waiting at the door of the room of this person, of this individual. And this guy was scared of entering because the more he gets scared, the more this image come closer. But the moment this person noticed that, you know what, this thing is going to keep coming closer, he's going to man up. And it man up and started going close to the white image or white ghost or whatever that it is. Immediately the ghost saw that this person was coming, even despite being afraid. The ghost took off and started running. And that's how this person followed that ghost. And that's how the ghost took off and ran away. And that opened my eyes to another dimension, a different dimension, to seeing what fear really is. Let me tell you something. A lot of people do not know that the fear that they are feeling, the fear that they're experiencing, it is not from God. God doesn't give fear. That is from the devil. It's the devil that wants to keep you down, to keep you where you are. He doesn't want you to discover who you are, to know who you are. So he will put that fear in you. He will introduce that fear in you. And the moment you accept that, that's how the imagination gets bigger, gets louder. That's why you see a lot of people don't reach their full potential, their full potential in life. Now, the first thing you're going to ask yourself is, what am I really afraid of? What is this fear? What is it that I'm afraid of? Because until you ask that question and you answer that question, what am I afraid of? My brother, my sister, you will not stop being afraid. I came to a point in my life because at some point I was playing too small. I was afraid of what people would say about me. I was afraid of the unknown. Like I was just afraid that I was people pleasing and all of that. Then I come to a point in my life, I said, because I was tired of the position that I was in. I was tired of being stuck in one place, year in, year out. Then I asked myself, what is really making me being afraid? Then I told myself, you know what? It's because I'm scared of what people will say if I start doing this really, like I religiously start going after my goals, pursuing after my goals. I say, so it's just because of what people will say, Abi. All right, now this is what we'll do, MJ. We should see what people will say. And if it's really going to really disturb you, then we'll stop doing that thing. And the moment I overcome that fear, I told myself, you know what? I'm going to see what people will say. Listen, at some point I came and realized that nobody was even thinking about me. All those was just in my head. All that imagination, oh, what will people think about me? What will people say about me? All of those things was in my head. And all the feedback I keep getting when I started, pursuing my career on social media was how the people that come forward to even reach out to me were people that are telling me how I really helped them with my videos. The people that I was worried about, okay, these people are going to say something bad about me, or they're going to dig into my past to say, oh, I lived a very rough past, and why am I even doing this? None has stepped forward yet. Not yet. Till today that I'm talking to you. So what is it that you're really afraid of? What is that thing? You need to ask yourself, what am I really afraid of? Then you need to tackle it. You need to challenge yourself to really overcome that fear. Because until you overcome that fear, you will not go further. You will not be able to reach your full potential. All right? Now, another thing you're going to ask yourself is, why am I afraid? Why? After you ask, what is it I'm afraid of? Why? You need to know the why. What is the reason behind it? A lot of people, have child traumas. They went through trauma in childhood. A lot of people, maybe relationships. Like me, for an example, okay? I have a little bit of fear when it comes to making friends, new friends. Reason because I've had my own fair share with having friends in the past. The betrayal, the hurt. So I refuse, whenever I built a wall. So whenever a new person is trying to enter my life, that wall will be there. I'm afraid. I don't want that thing that happened to me in the past to repeat itself again. So I built that wall. Okay? But of recent, I came and sat down and asked myself, MJ, if we keep doing this, we'll miss out on so many opportunities. We'll miss out on people that God has even sent into my life to genuinely care for me. I'll lose out on it if I keep continuing to think about what happened to me in the past. Right? Those friendships that never worked out. If I keep being, in that thought, then I'm going to just sabotage a lot of relationships that are meant to be in my life. So what I told myself is that, okay, this is what we will do. Okay, we're going to leave people to, allow people to prove themselves to me. Right? And that's how I started to move. Okay, although even with that, I'm not like totally open, but at the same time, I'm allowing people to prove themselves to me. And that is how I came about one of my present friend right now, my present friend right now. At the beginning, I was scared to let her in. But when I decided to fully open up, right now, I can tell you she's one of my best friends. We are literally so cool together. Okay? So you need to ask yourself, why am I afraid? What is the reason? Why am I really feeling this fear? Okay? Now, once you ask yourself the why, then you need to conquer that fear. That's my third point. My third point is conquer whatever fear it is that you're feeling. Listen, fear, fear can keep you in a place where when you look back, you will be so disappointed in yourself. I've seen a lot of people who when they got advanced in age, in their 50s, in their 60s, start to regret that. They wish they pursue after what they want, or they wish they did this, they wish they did that, but the fear crippled them. You don't want that. I realize that most of my audience are from the ages of 25 to 40 something or 30 something, right? From the analytics. If you're a young person watching this, please, I do not want you to reach a point in your life where you are regretting. You are regretting that you do not take the chances because of fear. I don't want you to reach that point in your life. I want you to live a very full, fulfilled life. If there is anything like that. So that when you look back, when you are 60, 70, 80, you look back, you'll be like, yes. You pat yourself on the shoulder and say, yes. Yes, I was that girl. I was that guy. I lived my life to the fullest. So you need to be able, do whatever it is to conquer that fear. Because fear ain't real. It is not real. And just like my channel, I'll always talk about God and, because I'm a Christian and I'll always take it back to God. Listen, God has not given you the spirit of fear. If you're feeling any fear of any type, even when you dream and you wake up, and in that dream you wake up with fear, that dream is not from God. That dream is not from God, because God will not cause any fear to you. All right? If anything, God will give you peace. Peace. One thing that I'm learning in my journey with Christ is that God's peace is so, I don't know how I'm going to put it. When you're in your journey with God, even when you feel fear, there is that peace of God that still flows up after it. Yes, because you are in the fold of Christ. You are always in the communion with Christ. That is why I always recommend know God for yourself. Have Christ in your life, the Prince of Peace. So that even when the world, the enemy, the devil is introducing fear to you, because you have the Prince of Peace living in you. Because the Bible says, greater is he that is in us than he that is in the world. You will not feel it. You will not attend to that fear. Okay? So, do by all means to be able to conquer whatever fear that you are feeling. So, I don't know how long this video has gone already. I didn't really want this video to go too long. So, I'm going to stop here. But I want you to tell me what you think about this video, okay, in the comment section. And give this video a thumbs up if you like this video, and share it to someone that you think would love this video. All right? And follow me and subscribe if you like my content, and also watch other videos in this channel, because I drop videos almost every day. I drop shorts almost every day, and I drop long form videos once in a week. I notice people love to watch short more than long form videos. So I do my best to drop shorts. Any idea that comes to my head, I'll make it and I'll drop it on my short. But long form videos, I drop it once a week. I hope you really enjoyed this video, and tell me what you think, and tell me what is it that you're afraid at this moment. And I would love to encourage you and pray for you as well. Okay, just see me as your big sister. All right. Okay, I love you so much, and I'll catch you in my next video. Bye.